There's common sense, and then there's uncommon sense. Let's join Ray and Joe for the Uncommon Sense Podcast.
Hey, July 4th is coming. Man, Uncommon Sense is going out with a bang. We're both dressed like Bomb Pops. Do you remember Bomb Pops?
I remember Bomb Pops.
Love the Bomb Pops.
You gotta love a Bomb Pop. Well, they got Bomb Pop everything now. You can buy like alcoholic Bomb Pops.
Oh, I have to try
like
that.
Those, yeah.
But they're the bomb.
Yeah, favorite.
They are absolutely
that's why they're
the bomb.
Pops.
Boom, boom. And so before we get off subject, you remember last week we said about this
encyclopedias,
Britannica
or anyone, yeah. But yeah.
So my mom didn't answer.
We had to look it up. We did some
She's
research.
probably like, "What the frick is he asking me this dumb question for?"
Yeah.
But
we did some research.
it did some research.
We had a research team look this up.
We did. It was Google. Anyway, it was between $350 and $500, which
Back in like the 70s.
that was a ton
a
of
lot
money.
of money, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Back in
Right.
the 70s, gas was 30 cents a gallon.
Right. Imagine what you spent money on then. Like, what was a car?
I
A few
remember-
grand, $3 grand, $2 grand, $5 grand. You know, I mean,
$5 grand. I think
yeah.
my dad was Impala wagon.
Right.
That we were allowed to sit backwards in with no seatbelt on. You know, I mean, that was travel to
Oh
Pennsylvania.
my God, we had station wagons back in the day. You
Yeah.
sat all the way in the back.
It's
You know.
crazy,
Yeah.
the safety thing. I had a thought, but now it's gone. Anyway,
Well, the price, yeah. I mean, that was still a lot of money.
that
I mean,
was
you
a lot.
figure to spend, say, $500 or $400 on a bunch of books.
books to make your kids smarter.
Hey,
We're hoping.
with
we're
all
hoping.
hope they
Cheaper
read
than
them.
college.
and
We're
they-
just give them this.
Right.
But
And all he did was look at the pictures.
the pygmies with the breasts. Look, she's got a plate in her mouth and she got boobs.
You were calling up. Yeah, you were looking up.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the first one. A is for African pygmies. Yeah.
That page.
He
might have
never
been a
got
little
past the
sticky.
first one.
No, never got
the
past
first A because they were by letters.
Right.
You know.
They were. Right. A. I think two were together. I think Q and R were together.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't have enough Q
I'm
and
gonna have
R's.
to
Yeah.
I think Qatar. What is
Right.
Qatar? So, but speaking about how expensive stuff was, like we didn't have money at all growing up. My dad worked like 2 jobs. My mom worked a job.
Yep.
I remember when the first microwave, I think it was $500,
Yeah.
and it had this turn.
Oh yeah,
knob
just
on
the
it.
turn knob. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no LED or
And
no
then-
push button. Yeah,
And then they went and they
touchscreen.
bought a 4-head VCR.
Yeah.
And that was like $539 at J.C. Penney. And then they bought a Zenith 25-inch first remote control TV for $1,000.
Yeah.
It was a big wood box that had the speakers built in on the side.
Yep.
And yeah, you didn't have to get up to change the channel. And
Yeah.
that was a big thing.
Well, remember back in the day, you had to get up.
Oh,
you only
that's
had
why-
13 channels.
That's
so
why
you didn't have a
everyone
lot of
was
choices.
skinny.
But yeah,
Because you had to get up
You
and
had
do
to get
that.
up and up.
You know,
And
you
then
had to
you had
stand
to-
at the stove and cook.
right. And then the remote one, it was a corded. You know, it was a corded remote.
Oh no, this
with
was
like push buttons. This was real.
This
Okay.
was wireless.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
it was sonic
Okay.
because you could hear in your ear.
Oh, you could hear, yeah.
Yeah, so
do
it
it.
was.
Yeah, I think our first one, you had like some kind of box, but it was a corded remote, and you had to push a button for the channels. All 13 of them.
Well, I
that
lived
you had
in New
at the
York,
time.
so that
yeah.
we probably
well, you
lived
had
in
a little
upscale
more
from
a
Shamokin.
little higher up. Yeah,
Yeah, just-
well, this was outside of Hazleton.
Oh,
where I grew
really?
up, yeah.
Well, Hazleton.
But still,
Anyway, no, but and then we got. I think it was WHT, and it was something like, Waweko Home Theater, Maweko. Anyway, it was a box, a movie box that you put on top of the
okay.
TV.
Yeah.
And after 11 o'clock, they played the bad movies.
Yeah, but now, were you the guy though that when they were scrambled, like you could get them,
I would still.
and you would watch
yes.
it because every once in a while
you see a boob.
you
Yeah,
see
and you're like,
boob.
oh yeah,
I think I saw a
yeah,
boob.
yeah. And if you move the switch back and forth, it would clear up for a second. Yeah,
I mean, hit it just right.
Yeah, it was like yes.
You know that every male
Oh God, yeah.
back in the day did that.
Right, and no one knew what they really looked like.
Well, no,
You know?
right. And you didn't, for
No.
sure. It could have been a
It could've been a
doorknob. I think I saw a boob.
I think I saw boobies. Hey,
It was a doorknob. because it was so.
It was a knocker.
Right, they're
Nice
all
knocker.
scattered,
Yeah, it was bad.
and scrambled.
Yeah, it was
And
bad.
You couldn't see the show times or the whatever the early.
It was a Dalmatian. And you got all excited. Hey, look at her legs on spread.
But you know everybody
Jesus.
did that.
Yeah.
Which none of this has anything to do with July 4th.
None at all. But I'm excited about July 4th. Like
Almost as excited as you were watching the
Oh,
scrambled
yeah.
Showtime or Cinemax, whatever it was, back in 1987.
HBO, I think it was.
Right, HBO.
Home box office. But no, we are here to talk about 4th of July. America's 250th birthday tomorrow.
Right.
Like, well, depending on when
Depending
you
when
listen
you're
to
watching
this,
it, but we're doing this
if
on
I
the
do my
3rd.
job and get this out Friday morning
On the
like I'm
3rd.
supposed to,
Right, yeah.
that would be awesome.
Right. The people that are sitting around waiting for us to release our Friday episode.
Oh, it's going to be exciting, man. So we're going down to the shore. And my friend's backyard is like got this big lagoon behind it, and they put the barge like 50 yards out of. It's
Yeah.
going to be great.
Nice.
It is
Nice.
going to be a huge display. We're excited.
I'm sure the weather will be good, right?
weather's going to be
Whether
perfect.
it's not, even if it's not, you'll
No, it
still
doesn't
enjoy
matter. Hey, listen, whether it's raining men or not, it's okay. That was a great
Hallelujah.
song. Hallelujah! It's raining men. Who sang that? Hallelujah!
Weather
it's
Girls.
Raining men.
The Weather
Really?
Girls, yeah.
Tall, dark,
Yeah.
blonde, and neat. Rough and tough and strong and whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that was good.
Yeah, not as good as Boom Boom Boom. Let's go back to my room.
No,
that
but
was a
that
classic.
was such
we
a
talked about the
classic.
last episode.
Did
Yeah.
we? Yeah, we did. I
Yeah.
thought it was the one after. No,
I think
it might have been that
I think we
one.
already talked about. Yeah,
But so, all right, I don't want to go back.
no.
But I'm very excited
Yeah,
about
big July 4th. Hopefully, you have big July 4th plans, whoever you are.
huge.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm even trying to get because I like bourbon. I don't know if you knew that.
We didn't know that.
So I'm seeing all these celebratory things on Facebook, you know, these nice rock glasses, 250 engraved, you know, with an eagle on there and a flag, and then it's all gold. You put your name on it. So I ordered some from Amazon, and I got them, and they're almost like made out of a orange juice bottle. So, or like they're really thin.
Yeah.
And I'm returning them because I want a glass. Like this is a glass.
Yeah, has a little bit of
These
weight to
Stone State glasses are really nice. They're thick on the bottom, so it holds the moisture and keeps it cold. But these other ones are just like you cut them out of a bottle. They're super thin. There's no. So I'm returning them, but I have one day left to find them. I guess online and get them shipped for tomorrow.
Right, it's here.
No, but next week I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah, and you figure out. I'm assuming a lot of people may have off today, the 3rd, July 3rd.
I have
for
to
this
work.
celebration.
I'm
Yeah.
working today.
I'm off. I actually took most of this week off. So
Really?
yeah, we were at the beach. So
You're at. You look. How'd you do this? You're at the beach now.
right, as again, if you were that fan, that super fan, uncommon
A
sense
super
super
fan,
fan,
yeah.
and you know it's 7:00 in the morning and you're watching the show on Friday the 3rd.
Right.
I will still be at the beach. I'll be waking up at the beach this morning.
Well, then I'm going to try to record next week from Florida.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do Friday the 10th from Florida
Sure.
because that's my mom's 80th birthday, and I told her I'd be down there.
Birthday, mom.
But I have to.
Even though she didn't get back to us with the
No,
Encyclopedia
she
Britannica
didn't.
prize.
She's probably
we had to look it
wondering-
up.
She's probably wondering what the frick is he talking about?
She probably still has the receipt. She's back looking for the receipt probably from it. Like my mom. My mom would still have the receipt.
Yeah, no, my dad would have the receipt, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But and then you throw them out. You know what they were good for? Now that I'm remembering about this Encyclopedia Britannica, we're getting back on this.
Right.
Making blanket tents. Because they were so heavy, you used them as anchors. I remember we used to make tents in my room.
Make
you know,
your mom and dad proud. They spent that $400 that they saved
Well,
3 months for.
Yeah, you know, you could put the blanket in your dresser and
Right.
close it, but if you're using your bed, you need the heavy.
You need a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
it's
so
a good anchor.
yeah, that worked really good. Unless you stood up and it fell, and then you got hit in the head with it. But do people still do blanket tents? Because that was like the
Probably
shit.
kids do. Yeah, I
That
would
was
imagine.
so cool. No,
Still fun.
I think the adults are so bougie they buy them.
I was going to say,
Amazon,
probably buy
you can
'em,
buy
yeah.
like a teepee
Yeah,
for $39.
I'm sure you can, yeah.
My wife don't know what it costs, but I do because I paid for it.
You see
She
the
ordered
bill.
it. Yeah, she's like, oh, look at that.
She goes,
free
all
10.
I have to do is choose this card as my
free-
payment method. I
free-
don't know
right,
what that
free 10 on Amazon. Gosh. Oh,
makes it easy.
did I tell you about the pool she bought? Did we talk about that?
no.
I didn't. Are you sure in the last episode?
No, we didn't talk about a pool.
We didn't.
No.
Did we talk about a pool? Do you remember?
I don't think we did.
So this is funny. I
believe so.
So my wife wanted. We've had pools.
Yeah.
I had a real pool when we sold the house. Then I had an in-ground pool in the other house I put in. Then we bought this big house, and she wanted a pool, so I got one of those. I call it white trash pools. I'm white trash, the ones. But it was a Coleman, so it was like 52 inches deep. It was 24 foot around. It had big portholes that you could see if the kids were drowning. So then if they were bubbles coming out or not. It was just cool. So
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first. And so we moved that to our slider house in Bloom. But when you put it in, if the kids don't use it, you have to vacuum it. It gets disgusting. So finally I took a straight edge and I just cut it and we got rid of the pool. All right.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, it was. And then you got, at least 3 weeks of grass smell, dead grass under there. And you got to. So anyway,
the cemetery across the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the bodies washed away
because there was a lot of water in those pools. Like there's a ton of water.
Like, some of those graves washed away.
It had to be like 8,000. Yeah, I was worried about flooding my
Uncle
neighbor's
Charlie
basement.
is down at the other end of the cemetery.
At least his DNA is. Right. So then we got another one and same results.
Yeah.
Had it for a year. I'm like, I'm not cleaning this. I'm done.
Yeah, you got to clean it. Yeah.
So she wants to get a pool. I'm like, Jen, we've done this. We played this. We're not doing this. So she gets a pool.
Okay.
So I get home and there's a box sitting on the porch, and my grandkids, my 2 older grandkids, are over, and they're like, "Can we set up the pool?" I'm like, "Yeah, go get it." Box was like 40 pounds, Yeah. So they're I think 9 and 7. Okay. So they're a boy and a girl. They're grabbing this pool and they're carrying it down, and I'm like, "Go ahead and open it." So they're ripping it open, and I'm like, "I'm not putting it up." And they're ripping this thing open, and Jen's sitting there, and I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Maverick, how tall are you?" He goes, "I'm like 40 inches. Okay. Show me where 20 inches is." So I give him a tape measure. I'm like, it's up to his knee. I'm like, okay, that pool's 20 inches deep. I'm like, it's 9 foot long, it's 5 foot wide, and it's 20 inches deep. Right. I'm like, can you show me where 10 inches is on the tape measure? So he shows me 10 inches between his ankle and his. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So Mimi didn't buy the filter to fill in that hole that's huge in the side of the pool. So you're going to get your ankles wet. Do you really want to do that? Hole. She's looking at me like, ah. So she's like, there were adults sitting in the picture. I'm like, oh, let me see the picture. I'm like, yeah. It's cartoon. It's a cartoon picture. So anyway, we returned it. But don't believe everything you see online.
Right.
So for the 4th of July, if you want a pool, go to Amazon for $8 or $9. You get a 20-inch pool.
You have to sit in it.
You do. You have to sit in it. But my gosh.
And it might be up to maybe your waist.
Well, if you lay down, it'll be up to your waist.
Right.
But 20 inches, like, come on. Yeah. Like, how do they get away with doing this? And it was so cheap. And
sure. That's why it was so cheap.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, 20 inches. So I'm like, you need to get at least 4 foot. And I'm not putting it up.
It's like the old school plastic round one you can buy at Walmart there. That
we have for our dogs.
Right.
I'm like, hey, you guys hot? Go splash in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Yeah, this one wasn't much deeper.
No, it's not. I said, if you want, I'll dig a hole in the yard. Like, if you really want water, I'll dig a hole in the yard. Or I'll get hay bales. You ever make a hay bale pool?
No.
Hay bale pools are awesome. How big's a hay bale? It's 2 by 4 by 3 or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So if you stack 2 hay bales on top of each other.
Okay.
And you make a circle.
Okay.
And you get a big piece of plastic. And you put it in, you fill it up.
Yeah.
And when you want to move it, you remove 2 hay bales, it empties out, and you move it somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Makes sense.
You could put a sump pump in there as a filter, or get a filter and put it in there, but they work.
Yeah, that would work.
The only problem is that after a while, the hay gets all rotted underneath, and it's the same thing as killing all the grass. But
although you say that, it reminds me of actually a party I was at one of your houses years ago. Slip and slide softball. I think you played.
You were there?
I was at a party that you played that, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That was 2016.
It wasn't? It was a long time ago.
Dude, that was
a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slip and slide.
So you'd think it would be dangerous. It was kickball. Slip and slide kickball.
Was it kickball? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I guess it was kickball.
So you have a pool for all the bases.
Yeah.
You get plastic sheeting for the baselines. You cover the baselines. I think we used either baby oil or suntan oil.
Yeah.
And the problem is you're drinking all day. It was a 4th of July party.
Yeah, it was a okay.
And so this is appropriate.
I was going to say, it's perfect for your planning. If you've got a party this weekend, you don't know what to do.
Oh, slip and slide kickball.
This is it.
So even if you're... We had a bunch of people playing. There had to be 30 people playing.
Well, there were a lot of people.
We had kids, we had adults, we had athletes, we had non-athletes,
right?
Obviously, because I remember some of them. But the neat thing is...
that was the funnier part of that.
Yeah, with slip and slide kickball, you just play kickball, but it's so slippery and so... You could be as aggressive as you want, but
Yeah.
you're not going anywhere. So
Right.
nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think anyone got hurt. I don't
No.
remember. It
No.
sounds like that could happen.
Yeah.
But no one got hurt.
But you can't run fast. You can't
Right.
stop fast.
No.
And with the oil that's on the plastic, it gets on the grass, so even the grass gets slippery. It's just a blast. It's, if you guys want something to do,
Yeah.
get a roll of plastic at Lowe's, make a baseline, get 4 little pools, and just play slip and slide kickball. You'll have a blast.
Ray was like the P. Diddy of Bloomsburg, stocking up on baby oil.
Big Diddy. Yes, I was. It was awesome though.
Yeah, he cleared out Walmart of
And the
baby
dollar
oil.
store. No,
And the
dollar store was cheap because it
Dollar
wasn't
store baby oil.
It wasn't baby oil. It was something oil. I don't remember.
But if you're looking for a fun activity for your July 4th
that was
get together
awesome.
this weekend,
Yeah.
this is it. That's
yeah, we
it.
did that, and we did what was it? Beer pong table,
Yeah, I mean that would that's not that unusual. I don't
volleyball,
I
beer
remember
pong.
that. Yeah, but the slip and slide
kickball was-
I do remember that.
Yeah. Well, you know what they have now too? They have. I've seen it online. I haven't tried it because I'm not a hockey person. But they get a big tarp and they put hay bales around, and they put a. It's the same. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did see this, and it was awesome. They have hay bales around the side. They have tarp. They have some kind of oil on the floor. They have 2 goals, and they have a bunch of PVC pipes going along.
Okay.
And you got to hold on to the PVC pipe, and it's a full-size foosball table.
Oh,
And that's pretty cool.
That's cool,
I
yeah.
think I would try doing
That'd be
that.
a cool-
Yeah.
yeah.
Like if you're looking one way, you can't turn around. Like you got to face the way you're holding the pipe.
wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So don't bother with cornhole. Everybody does. Cornhole.
Yeah, everyone does cornhole. I didn't even like to
Come
know
up with
where
something.
Where does it get its name from? Cornhole.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe because did they put corn in the bags at one time?
Are they corn
and
bags?
you throw them in a. Well, I don't think they are now, but I mean, maybe back in the day,
Yeah.
you could fill up a bag with corn and it would work pretty much the same.
You think?
Like a bean? It's beans now. I
Yeah.
guess,
So
but you could do
bean
corn
hole. You
or
can't call- I guess bean
hole. Just
Probably it'd be like your shirt. You know the.
I'm assuming that's what it's from.
Yeah.
Corn.
I don't know.
you're
We'll have to
throwing
look that up
A
too.
corn bag in a hole.
I guess we'll have to look.
I think
up,
that
too.
when we Siri, I think that was one of the movie titles that was up here.
Oh, corn bag in the hole.
Right. I think so.
Gosh, we look horrible.
We do.
That's not going to end up on WNEP. is
I
it?
don't know. No wonder.
I like the background.
No wonder Snedeker won't use it.
Yeah,
Look at us. He wants to
that's all right.
scare his
won't
viewers
even, He
away.
won't even come on our show. But
He's afraid we'll say something inappropriate. We never have.
no, we're close. Like we
We're
tap on the
close.
edge.
Right. Right. We try to keep it.
Like your shirt is probably the worst thing that's ever been said on this show.
Right.
Well,
but I haven't brought it in yet.
Well, you know
so-
what the worst thing that was ever said on TV back in the 60s?
No.
Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. I mean, that right from Leave It to Beaver. Now that's
Right.
nothing wrong whatsoever,
Nothing wrong,
but
right.
that's
yeah.
you know.
I wonder if do they replay that episode in reruns? I wonder, or did they cut that one?
I don't know. They probably cut it
probably
now,
cut it,
but you
yeah.
probably find it online.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
Also, like the Cosby Show, you can't find that on reruns anymore, can you?
oh really?
I don't know. Can you? Do they still run the Cosby Show?
I don't know. What was her name? What was
I can't remember.
I see? He get
But with
home.
Bill Cosby's problems.
I know it was Bill, right? But did he put the whole neighborhood to sleep? hey, the kids are sleeping, honey. Oh, Bill, what did you do to the kids? Ha ha ha!
Yeah, I'm not sure if you. I'm not sure if that's the syndication. I'm not sure you can see that.
It might even be totally out.
It might be. I don't. Yeah. I can't say that I've
Gosh.
seen it in.
Well, didn't
recent
one of
years.
the people from that do? What was her name? Vanessa. Didn't she do some really risque stuff after the Cosby Show?
Yeah, I think so. When she was younger,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but
yeah. Anyway, that's
that
just-
doesn't happen here on the Uncommon Sense podcast.
No, but we're talking about that Bill Cosby with his issues because, 4th of July, we're talking about banging. And obviously he did a lot of it like it was the 4th of July without permission, because he slipped a little thing in there. Oh, you did in the pudding, Papa. I like pudding. Anyway. I hope you go out with a bang. My goal is that you come back with all your digits.
Right. That's
Safety.
the barometer of a successful July 4th weekend.
Correct.
If on the 6th or the
You
5th,
can still count to
you
10.
can't-
Right. If you can't count to 10,
it was a bad weekend.
don't be like Justin Tuck. All right. Don't have a career in football and lose your hand. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
So hopefully, after July 4th, you'll like you said, still be able to count.
Yes,
to 10.
hopefully you count to 10 and maybe 20. Depends.
Right,
yeah,
well,
that'd be really
yeah.
something.
Right.
So if you can't use the electronic ignition to light your fireworks, don't use a cigarette. Okay, I've seen that done before. And do not use a cigarette to light your
Yeah,
fireworks.
use some common sense.
Yes. Right, use some common sense.
Even though we're the Uncommon Sense podcast, July 4th, we're pleading with you, please use some common
But I do know
sense.
this from way back in the day when I was on Manor Road and Jewett Avenue and Cole Avenue. There was this kid, Bobby Edwards, and we dared him to put a rocket in his mouth and hold it and let us light it. He did.
Did he do it?
He did. And the funny thing is I just remember him saying, "Ow, it burns." I'm like, "Open your mouth! Get rid of it!"
When you're young, you do stupid things. When I was in high school, we had like a little mobile DJ business. We had a buddy of mine. And, it was cool to do pyrotechnics. Well, we couldn't afford to buy the real stuff. So we made, they call them flash pots, that, like you'd see like 80s glam artists have these big explosions going on.
Yeah.
Well, we would make them out of like terracotta flower pots. Just connect two wires, with alligator clips,
right.
With like a piece of soldering.
Yeah.
So, when you plugged it in, it would
it
burn.
just-
Well, we actually went and bought real flash powder. But we wanted to juice it up a little bit. So my dad refilled shotguns at the time. So we would sneak in. He'd have it in the garage. We would sneak in and get gunpowder.
Yeah.
And we would juice them up with that. Well, we were DJing some outdoor thing, and we loaded them up, and we couldn't see how much gunpowder we were putting in, and we overloaded a couple. And those people, 600 yards in the back of the place got hit by of terracotta. Yeah.
I'm blind.
Like, whoops, a little bit too much there.
Oh,
but
geez.
when you're a kid, you don't think of that.
Care.
How dangerous gunpowder can be.
That's true. Well, I will tell you one last story to wrap this up, and this is a safety message from the guys here at Uncommon Sense. I used 4th of July. I had two big parties. I had one for a Super Bowl, and I had one for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And that was just my thing. I don't do it anymore because I live in a slider house. But when we had this 4th of July party once at this house I had in Danville, I was on 5 acres in the middle of nowhere. It was nice. We got bored lighting stuff. So I had a bunch of blockbusters, with your quarter sticks.
Okay, yeah.
And I thought, let me tie 12 together and see what happens. And I was far away from everyone. I was probably 100
like
yards
you were in
away.
town or something, yeah.
So I wrapped them all together with an extended fuse, and I lit them, and I ran back, and like I said, I was probably 50 to 100 yards away from where the initial thing was, not thinking if one explodes first, it sends the other 11 far away from the epicenter. So we were all scared. We were running because it went boom, and then it was boom, 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 one by the pool, one by the house, one by the car. I was like, oh my gosh. My kids were young. My dogs were freaking. My wife was freaking. So please, do not tie quarter sticks together.
Right.
That's
our public safety message.
From yes.
Common Sense Podcast.
Thanks for listening. Hope you have all your fingers.
Yes.
Have a great 4th of July.
Happy July 4th.
Happy birthday, America.
Celebrate.
The Uncommon Sense Podcast. It's like an outrageous cup of Joe.